Hello Virgo, welcome back to my channel. So today we've got a new tarot deck that I just purchased last week, and it is called the Wild Unknown Tarot Guidebook. And here's a little message from the person who designed it, which is Kim Kranz. And I actually kind of like this one, but unfortunately it got a lot of bad reviews. So apparently it does kind of, maybe hurt some folks' feelings. So try to, just keep a thick skin with me here on this one, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. I pulled the first 4 cards for you this week, Virgo, and I've got my my light. I have a little light desk here for my painting and drawing, and so I went ahead and put it down so that you could kind of see the cards. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a 4-card spread, and the first card that we've got today is the 9 of Cups. Alright, so the 9 of Cups is all about let's see what she has to say. Okay, I'm gonna read it straight from the book. At last, the card of wishes come true. When the 9 of Cups appears, worries and fears will be cast away. A new phase of peace and harmony awaits the world, seems to be granting your every wish. Good health, happiness, and even material gains are heading your way, so enjoy. Alright, so that's not so bad, right? Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, so here's the cups. Just so you can get a little idea. Sorry, I couldn't see the picture very well. Alright. So I actually have, the next card is the 9 of Swords. Okay, so let's see, what does 9 mean? This one is quite creepy looking, right? Attainment, fulfillment, and fruition. Bringing things into fruition. Okay. So, hold on, this thing just got super bright. So, I love these little things that you can put your art on, so you can adjust the light. All right, so let's take a quick look at the 9 of Swords. All right, so the 9 of Swords is not nearly as happy-go-lucky as the 10 of Swords. Okay, it's usually it's a pretty rough little card, but let's see what she says. 9 of Swords. So I don't know what's up with these creepy eyeballs, but as you can see, it kind of looks like, that there's like a saber-tooth something there. It's got some big scary jawbone there, and then the whatever was left of it, the eyeballs are there, something ate it alive. Ooh, that's creepy, right? Okay, so let's take a look. An extremely dark card. The 9 of Swords reveals the deepest shadows of the self. It indicates insomnia, nightmares, and worries in the midnight hour. Often these states are accompanied by guilt, despair, or even depression. You'll be battling with yourself, so turn to others for help. Find joy, reach out. Okay, so that is true for me as a Virgo. So hopefully that's not what you all are going through. And it actually hasn't happened yet, but it's strange that does coincide. I'm about to try to take myself off of my epilepsy medication, which number one makes it so I can't remember my dreams at all. And number two, makes it so that I have insomnia without it. So I'm gonna have to take some other natural remedies to make sure that I can get my sleep and my rest, and we'll see how that works out. All right, so I hope none of you are going through that, but if you are, if you're having sleepless nights, you know, there are natural remedies for that, melatonin, and you could take B12 during the daytime just to give yourself a little extra boost, and then at night, whenever you know, it's time to go to sleep, you will have been more exhausted at the end of the day. Okay, so for your number 3 card, so the first card basically, according to the spread here, says that the first card is the issue that you're dealing with, which is kind of strange because it's just happy-go-lucky. You know, everything is lining up for you. Everything's swell. But then factors that are affecting you and all of, I guess this does kind of make sense, right? Because if, like I said, for myself, I don't actually have any bad dreams or insomnia yet. But I had planned on taking myself off of my medication for my epilepsy, which is most likely going to bring some, quite possibly, unsleepable nights. So it says that the first card is like, you know, the situation. And then each and every card after that is what's affecting the situation. All right. So your number 3 card is the Son of Cups. Okay. So because this deck is based on archetypes instead of basically ancestors, seems to me like the queens and the kings and all that is based on ancestry from farther back. Son of Cups. So normally you would have like the Page of Cups or the Prince or Princess or something of that. So this one has the Son of Cups and the Daughter of Cups instead of the Page and the hold on, y'all. I am trying to find it here. Cups. Son of Cups. Here we go. All right, Son of Cups. So this is what it looks like. It doesn't look that much different with the color, actually. Whoops, I turned my light down again. That's okay, it was blinding me a little there. Okay, Son of Cups, here we go. Like all of the Cups family, the Son truly excels within the arts. He's usually a musician or a visual artist of some kind. He finds success within his field. His natural tendency to look inward adds to his charms and mystique. To others, he may seem secretive and even peaceful, while deep inside he carries a dark kernel of intensity. All right. So, this could be, let me see if I can help you out and figure out who this is that's hurting on the inside, so to speak. So cups are associated with Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And, you know, swords are associated with Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. So you may have an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini in your life who might be just having some rough times there. All right, and let's take a quick look at the Daughter of Swords as well, which swords are going to be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Daughter of Swords. Okay, so this isn't too terribly bad, okay? I kind of like this deck. It's all right. I think that it is very based on the archetypes, and it is a little bit darker, but let me read this to you and I'll tell you a little bit more about the archetypes, okay? So for the Daughter of Swords is a very honest or insightful person. Swords are also okay, let me not tell you everything. Let me read it from her words. It's a young woman whose honesty and insights take her far in life. People truly value her frankness. She leers from keen observation. It almost seems as if those that she never stops watching, sometimes this becomes a burden for her, as she can't help noticing this or that small detail that could have been done better. There's a potential for her to hold on to those experiences and become spiteful or judgmental. Okay, so this can be difficult, especially if you're dealing with someone in your life that you really can't cut off, or you can't kind of just like it's maybe your child or your family or loved one. So it is hard to watch people do things that they that they shouldn't be doing, and it's even harder whenever they're asking you for help in whether or not they are on drugs or they're just doing things that aren't really serving them. You don't want to help them out because you'll be enabling them, especially if they're in a situation for drugs. But with kids, this is just something that happens. This is just the kids are never ever going to listen. They're always going to do the exact opposite of what you tell them to do. And the best thing that you can do is just prepare yourself for whatever situation might come about, and be prepared for the worst if you have to. But that's okay if you do that. It's all right if you allow yourself to become wrapped up in it. That's part of love. And if you don't carry that love, then what else are we living here for, right? Okay, so I think that was a pretty good reading. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to pull a couple more cards from my own personal deck. We're going to do the manifestation cards. This is kind of a Virgo trait. Even though it says swords, I feel like this last card, the Daughter of Swords, which would normally, that sounds very earth-like earth symbols. But these are not based on strictly astrology. All right, these are based on archetypes, which archetypes are whenever. So there was a scientist, and his name was Carl Jung, and Jung believed that that basically your ancestors, or the collective consciousness, has a way of basically sharing with you visions from the past. And these symbols that are in this deck are based on these archetypes. All right, it's different types of people, and it's kind of like stereotypes, but it's not the same thing. All right, stereotypes are a little bit more not based on any kind of facts at all, not based on experience or anything like that. But basically, Jung believed that if you had these dreams with the symbols in them, then you could see the collective consciousness. And sometimes it was people who had things in common, such as traumas. People who experienced heavy traumas in their lives were able to have this collective consciousness. And this, in other words, whenever he studied people and they said they had dreams of just crazy things, he went to other countries and the people said that they had similar dreams from another country, but the same pictures. You know, he made them draw their dreams, and that's exactly how they come up with the ink blot tests, to see if you might be experiencing something more than just what was your own trauma. But your own trauma might have unlocked something on a whole nother level, which he believed it was collective consciousness, such as like being able to pick up on someone else's dreams from another, like, like another realm or something. But I kind of believe that it has more to do with within our DNA, within us, like from our ancestors. And but that could be exactly what the collective consciousness is. We don't really know what it is. We can only go by the facts that we have found in studying. Okay, so let's take a quick look. We're going to pull some cards for betterment. Okay, so manifestation. So for your 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, we have, how did I get so lucky? Committed lovers. Okay, so in your happy-go-lucky, everything's doing really spiff card right here, we also have committed lovers. So if you're not in a committed relationship, I would say keep your eyes open. Maybe somebody's already looking in your direction. All right, and then for the 9 of Swords, which is just insomnia, bad dreams, bad horrible nightmares, this right here is definitely a sign of trauma. And the swords, like I said, are associated with Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. And this right here says, appreciate what you do have. Stay positive, okay? And be sure to emanate positivity. All right, so if you, it is true, I'm epileptic, and it is 100% true that if you focus on negativity, it will 100% manifest itself right in front of you. Okay, a lot of people, think that tarot cards have to do with the demons. And I feel personally that life is what you make it, as well as whatever you believe in will come into fruition. So if you believe in demons and you think that you're associating with demons, whenever you do a tarot reading, then there's a good chance that you might be called into some demons. But right here, underneath the Son of Cups, which is associated with your Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, and look at this. I really like this card. Basically, I might be having a rough time. It says rebuke the negative. Rebuke the negative. All right. So if you feel like you're struggling with a rough time, maybe you are having horrible bad dreams. What are your dreams about? If you have to cut yourself off from some of the TV shows that you're watching, or something negative that is driving you into a bad place, then by all means make those changes. I sometimes don't even watch the news because I'm afraid it's going to give me, no, I never watch the news. Let me rephrase that. Sometimes I read the news but I never watch the news. All right, because it gives me too much stress, and I'm epileptic. It can cause me to have a seizure, so I don't play around with that, nor anybody else that wants to stress me out. So let's take a look for your Daughter of Swords, which has an owl on the front, sitting on a sword. We have Fire and Passion, Leo. Okay, Swords is actually associated with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but this card says Fire and Passion and Leo. There may be some obstacles to overcome. All right, so if you know a Leo and there's somebody that you care about, then I would reach out to them and make sure they're doing all right. They might need your help, Virgo. All right? Especially if you're looking for fire and passion, but mainly strength. And to me, strength really reminds me of hard times. You never know how strong you are until you have gone through some rough times. Okay, so let me know in the comments if you love this reading, if it resonates with you, if these cards are too much, you know, if they're too heavy. Definitely check out Carl Jung if you did enjoy this reading, and his archetypes. Look into that. It is very, very important, I feel like, for everyone, especially if you're epileptic. He also was epileptic. All right, so thank you so much. I hope you all have a great day. Come back and see me. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you next week.